Carly are doing mail chat. We have no idea the status of the internet because we're keeping out of it, aren't we?
Yeah, we've been out of it.
We're out of it.
We got enough problems going on.
We've got Wanda. Hello, Wanda.
Yep.
And yeah, so and where are we?
Virginia.
Oh, in Virginia. So far today we're multi-stating, aren't we? We were in South Carolina, and now we're and then we went to North Carolina. Then we went to where did we go after that?
Virginia. That's
Virginia.
Where we are now.
Oh, we're still in Virginia.
That's why I'm driving. Because Elizabeth is lost.
Oh, I'm supposed to be reading the map.
Why don't you just drive?
34 miles on this road.
Yes, 34.
Have at it.
Yeah.
And we're going to get in at nearly 9 o'clock, maybe, if we don't stop again.
Yeah, we're getting into a quarantine barn.
Yes, we're going to a quarantine barn, and then we've got to go and find where we're supposed to go.
At a cheap hotel.
A really cheap hotel.
Separate rooms.
Separate rooms because Janine snores so badly.
Elizabeth snores so badly. It's common knowledge Elizabeth snores.
I will own it and be proud.
Wanda
snores as well.
Yeah, Wanda.
So
I do not.
And then we're going to overnight there. Then we'll go back to the quarantine barn, and then we'll find what will we find? The horses. Although I tell you, we were all up about 6 o'clock this morning getting ready for our departure at 8 o'clock, and then I think loading took about an hour.
Well, that's how long it took us to load that little ornery mini mule that you insisted we take home.
I certainly did not. Couldn't believe you'd bought a mini mule.
Yeah, was he the worst one?
No, the donkey.
Oh, the donkey was not nearly as bad as he was.
We couldn't get out.
It was a close
We couldn't get out of the wee small paddock though.
Yeah, we had. It took us a while to get loaded because we're full. There is a pony in the dressing room, but she's very comfortable. She has a hay floor, a bucket of water, and she has her own private space.
Yes, which is more than the rest of the animals have.
Everybody's got a slice of the trailer.
We had to tie the mini mule up.
Yeah, he's the only one that's he's not happy.
Because he's like a bowling ball, isn't he?
No, because he went under the divider and tried to attack the horse next to him. So we had to tie him up.
Yes.
Yes.
Because he's a bit naughty as well.
Other than that, it's been smooth sailing, knock on wood.
Very smooth sailing. So we're kind of like resigned to our fate, aren't we?
Yeah.
And Janine has to drive because I can't.
Yes, we have another 4 hours of driving just to get to the quarantine barn, and then we got to get everybody unloaded and fed and comfortable, and then we got to get to the hotel, and then we get up in the morning, and then we start the whole process over again. Yay! But we're not taking the donkeys. The donkeys will have the full trailer to themselves.
Yes.
But we're not taking them off the trailer
because we don't have the energy to renegotiate with them to get them back on.
So the mini will come out of the dressing room and the horses will come off. They'll all get their private stalls. And all the ones that were miserable to load stay on the trailer. Which is, actually it's like, I don't know.
It's a massive trailer. So
38 feet, I think. Long.
Yes. And they have got the most beautiful hay mix as well. So they've got a touch of alfalfa with their, what's the other stuff in it? Orchard
And alfalfa.
Oh, it's delicious and they love it. So they'll actually be A-okay. And which is nice.
Yeah.
And we have
we forgot about the most important part of this journey.
Oh,
your little friend down at your feet.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I'm trying to turn the thingy around. Right, here we go.
See him. Yeah.
Da 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 da. He is totally and utterly sleeping, and we think the reason he has been sleeping since we left South Carolina. And we think what happens with him is the car actually soothes him to sleep. So he's been absolutely phenomenal.
Until we stop the movement of the car. It's all over the place.
Then he gets back up, and then he realizes he's been by himself on the floor and he needs a snuggle.
Yeah. So we just keep the trail moving.
And it's actually really difficult because we were like, so it's going to be 10 hours worth of driving, so we're only going to break once. And that's great. So then we were like, oh no, we need the toilet. So we had to
Yeah.
break then and then we got something to drink to keep us awake. And then, but everywhere you go with this blinking puppy, you can't get out of places because everybody wants to pat him.
Yeah.
And then they say, "Can I hold the dog?" And I'm like, "Yeah, have him." He likes to nibble. So
The problem with the puppy is that he attracts people.
he does. So we don't go anywhere very fast.
Yeah, and I'm not a people-y person, so yeah, I give it to Elizabeth.
So we've been wandering around with the puppy. Although I will say there was one place we stopped, and I have to take him into the bathroom with me when I go, and I didn't even dare put him on the floor.
Oh yeah, that first place.
Yeah.
It's safer to just pee in the trailer because some of these bathrooms are pretty icky.
Yeah, but you see, my luck would be if I used the trailer, I'd end up with that mini mule.
Oh right, no, don't go in that section.
No, that would be bad. And I don't have good enough balance, so I'd probably end up in the floor. You'd be dragging me out by my ankles,
Right.
Janine. So that's us. We're somewhere, Virginia.
We
Yes.
are about I would say at least an hour, maybe 131 miles to DC. And one thing I've noticed is when you get to Virginia, like about 100 miles into Virginia, the roads start to get increasingly worse with potholes and patches. Driving all the way up from North Carolina and South Carolina, it's like glass for the horses. And you don't notice this until you have a load of horses, and every time you go over a bump, you know that the horses have to, like right there, the horses kind of have to adjust for each one of these bumps. And we're just starting to get into the bump area. There's another bump. Now
Yes.
It'll get worse. By the time we get to New Jersey, the horses are just, they're shaken, not stirred.
But upright, hopefully.
Yeah.
So we've got a full load. It's very exciting.
We will be home tomorrow around, I'm hoping by 5 o'clock-ish.
Well, it depends on how many times we need to go and have a toilet and drink break.
Yeah. No, and get loaded and get moving. I have a feeling we'll be on the road by 9.
Yeah.
It depends, because Elizabeth is lazy and she likes to sleep late, so getting her out of it, no. We're hoping to get on the road by like 9-ish, which would leave us back in Massachusetts. I drive a little slower than a regular car.
Because we've got precious loads.
Yeah, and we're going to Meredith. We're going to Meredith.
We're going to Meredith.
To unload everything.
Yeah, because we're not bringing anything in while we've got Harley Barley.
Oh, right.
And she's busy. So we're busy keeping an eye on Harley as best we possibly can. And
we're keeping an eye on loose goats and failed internet, cameras going down. Yeah, we're keeping an eye on everything from down here.
And you know what we're doing? We're bringing back a great big roll of that sticky tape stuff.
Oh, we're gonna tape the cord. Yeah, we're gonna tape the cord. So
we're having no more of that nonsense.
Yeah, really. So that'll be good. Yeah.
So that's good. And then we've been really lucky with the weather because we've only had one little bit of rain, and now it's back to beautiful blue sky and nonsense like that.
Yeah, just a little bit of rain.
Yeah, which has been fortunate.
And I think our trip has been a success. We did what we intended, which was to rescue a bunch of needy equines with the added bonus of the little guy.
Yes.
The puppy, who now has a home, hopefully, fingers crossed on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can just find a home for an ornery mule, I think we'll be all set.
Yes. Oh no, it's Thursday tomorrow.
Oh,
you know what happens on Thursday? Thank you, Jane.
Those barn cameras go down. Okay, so that's
we have to send that. Yes.
Yard camera.
Yes, if you let us know, because we actually have to send it to Nick, because what we've worked out is we can't get the code to go back in for the blinking yard camera when I'm not in Massachusetts.
That's what we learned here.
Yeah. We learn a new thing every day.
We were talking about now that my house is under control and the barn is built, and I'm on my way back to Massachusetts, I can start doing things like doing the upgrade of the cameras, getting another camera. We're going to fix the goats and put them into down by the iced tea tent. Get that all set up so we can move the goats down there and start to get it organized for the summer. So it'll be a busy week when I'm home.
And what we'd like to do with the current goat pen at the moment is just make sure it's secure. There's obviously a camera, which is quite an important one, and because it sees the driveway as well. And what we'll do with that is we'll use that for noodly doodlies and Carlene's dogs, should she need them.
Yeah.
And then when, you know, by the end of the year or wherever, the dogs will go down the hill, and we will, I think that, well, we thought that would be a nice area for the little mini horses.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're quite fun to watch.
Yeah. Oh, we can put the mini horses in there too. That's a great idea.
Yeah, it would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we'll just start using that pen for other things, and you know, the goats can go up there too.
Yeah.
But we're use that because it's a good camera. I mean, people like to see different things up there.
And you
like
can see.
put Elvis
Crash
there for a
reported
day.
ahead on I-295 north and half a mile.
Okay.
You're still on the fastest route.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's our GPS telling us things. Yeah, so we'll use that as just a, you know, an added pen for different animals, but it won't be goats every day
No.
because the goats need a change of scenery.
Yeah.
And the only reason the goats live in that pen is because they've had the opportunity to be in every other pen that we have at Meredith and at Goldie's Farm, and they've gotten out of everything else. And they even got out of this one now, too.
It's like the sin bin, actually.
Yeah, so that's why they're there.
Yes.
And it's hard to fix fences in the winter because the ground is frozen.
Yeah. Or build them.
Or build them, yes. So
And now that Janine is an expert,
I am an expert. I do have mad skills construction. Well, not really, but I'm game to try. I'm
yes.
too old for this stuff, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna take on another 48 by 36 foot barn.
No, because we're just going to do run-ins now.
Yeah, I can do another run-in shed. I think that's about all I have in me. This barn was way too much. Yeah, I have PTSD from that, but I can do some other stuff.
So,
I know how to use a screw gun and a saw.
excellent. And short ladders. We don't do big ladders.
Don't do big ladders.
So that's why we want to make a run-in for mini horses.
Yeah, we'll make little ones.
None of those. That. Oh yeah, and you've got to do your roof as well. Actually, no, that's a big ladder. Not
What
like
roof?
the one with the holes in it.
Oh yeah, Elizabeth. No, so we're going to get a professional. We
Yeah,
should not be.
yeah.
We should not be over 5 feet in the air on
No,
ladders. That's
no,
just,
no.
especially Elizabeth, because she's a little clumsy, anyways. Ooh.
I'm a little what?
I can go to 6 feet. You can go to 4
No.
on ladders.
I've got enough problems walking on level ground.
Yeah.
So we'll not be doing anything silly. But it's now that Janine's got time free, we can start getting things worked on.
I don't really have free time. I have time that I could. What is free time? I don't think I've had that. Let's go on vacation.
Yes, where
We
should we
should
go?
go on a vacation without any animals.
But then we'd still come back with animals.
No. We would make a pack going. Let's go. Like we could, go to a beach destination. No animals, no children.
I tell you, we gave Wanda, so we had to stop at Tractor Supply because we ran out of puppy food. And the reason we ran out of puppy food is because Wanda likes the puppy food. So he starts eating the puppy food, and Wanda comes and just looks at him and he goes, "Okay, let's share." And she's like, "I don't think you understand.
Yeah.
What I actually mean is it's mine." And so he wanders off with his wee tail wagging, and you turn around and the bowl is clear. So we had to stop at Tractor Supply and the last state we were in. We got some more food, and so I gave Wanda one in the back and the puppy one in the front. But I also bought little chews for Wanda, this little hard ones.
Yeah.
So I gave her one, and she went, "Nom nom, that looks lovely." And then I noticed she was burying it underneath her fluffies. And then she came back over for another one, and I was like, "Oh, I don't think so." So she went find the one that she'd buried, showed me it, and then she went to try and bury it at the other side of the car. So we're not giving her one.
She's been very busy
Yes.
in the back seat, which is unusual. Usually, when I do these long trips with Wanda, I don't even know she's like the puppy. She's just so quiet the entire time. But for the past 45 minutes, she's been burying things and digging them up, and very active in the back seat.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. And with the car, by the way, not only is the entire contents of the trailer full, all the way up to every place that could have something has something. The back of the car is filled with 3 bales of hay and bag of grain,
water containers, emergency baling twine.
Yeah, and
knife.
The gooseneck part of the trailer has a whole bunch of other stuff I'm trying to bring up to Massachusetts, and then the rest of the trailer is full, wall to wall, full of animals. And so this car is full of Elizabeth's stuff, my stuff, like our traveling bags, and then like we barely have enough room for all the snacks that we've been getting.
I know.
And then the snacks generate trash.
So we've got 2 trash bags on the go,
so
and
the car is like making me nervous. It's so full.
yeah, and you always think it's such a big car, and there's such a lot to a lot of space, and then you're like, why are we all crammed in this tiny little boxy bit here? It's because we've got animals everywhere else.
It is hard to fill up this truck because it is so big, but it's completely. It's a big truck, 4 doors, and then it has the long bed, and the entire thing is full wall to wall with stuff.
We did a great job.
We look like hoarders going down the highway.
It's a bit embarrassing when you open the door and things fall out, isn't it?
Right. Yeah.
So we've been we've been very active.
Well, we had an active morning, but we've been active doing nothing. We've been listening to Datelines.
Yeah, we have.
That's what on the podcast of Datelines, and solving murder mysteries.
Well, yeah, and we call it.
Well, no, you call it every time. I always just say the husband did it, but the last 2, the husband didn't do it, and Elizabeth knew like halfway through. She's like, "Oh, he did it," and I'm like, "Don't tell me because you're gonna ruin it for me." But the Dateline podcasts keep us entertained.
They do. And then we go and get something to eat and drink.
Yeah.
And then we wander on again.
Yeah, that's all we're doing.
And we prank call people.
Right, we're doing some talking on the phone. That's
Yes.
Sure.
So we're bringing our.
Oh, we haven't even started listening to country music. Maybe we should have.
We did country music in southern. Where was that? South Carolina.
We only did a little bit.
Yeah.
The last time I drove to South Carolina with Elizabeth, at one point, like by the time we drove all the way down from Massachusetts, we're in South Carolina. So I've been in the car with her for 12 hours, and finally, and she hasn't stopped talking the entire time. I'm like, Elizabeth, why don't we listen to some country music now, just for an hour? 1 hour of country music. And so every time she tried to talk to me, I'm like, zip, zip, zip. It's only been 42 minutes. I still have 48 minutes.
So what we're going to do is we'll do an hour of country music and then an hour of bagpipes.
Or we'll
That
just do
would be
more
lovely.
Datelines.
Let's do more Datelines. I think that's probably safest because we've got 3 hours and 29 minutes.
And Dateline has episodes that are 42 minutes long and an hour and 23 minutes long. So we search them based on the hour and 23 minutes because that'll keep Elizabeth quiet, and it keeps us entertained for an hour and 23 minutes.
I know.
Yeah, and we still have we could probably do 3 Datelines and still not be to our destination tonight.
Yes, we've got 3 hours and 28 minutes.
Is it 3 hours and 28 minutes to go? It's a lot.
And I actually set my first alarm for 6 o'clock this morning, my second alarm for 6:10, and then I got up at 6:23 because the puppy needed the toilet.
Yeah.
I must have switched both of those alarms off.
And I set my alarm for 6:30. Slept right through that. And somebody called me at 6:58 this morning, and I don't even know why I picked up the phone, but it was the job in Chelsea that Goldie's Farm had a visit to a senior center or veteran center in Chelsea, and they were calling to ask questions. And I don't normally talk to people before I have coffee. I thought that the reason I answered it was I thought Carly was in labor because it was a number I didn't recognize and it wasn't spam. And so I told them I would have Judy call back, and she did. So I had to talk to a person at 6:58 this morning. Thank God he called because we'd still be sleeping.
No, we'd still be wrangling donkeys.
Right.
We'd be like, oh, because they were super fun.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise. I thought they would actually have been better going on. Wasn't surprised at your mule though, Janine.
That did not surprise me at all.
No, not even vaguely.
I'm surprised we got him on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was rearing up,
really
spinning.
Bad. Really bad. But he didn't bite or kick me this time. Last time we got in the battle, I got bitten. But this time, he didn't He just didn't want to go in the trailer.
No. It'd be slow though.
But getting that little mini in the dressing room, that was easy. She's so.
No, I'll tell you why it was easy.
It wasn't weigh very much.
It was easy because Janine put her 2 front hooves on the ledge,
Picked up the front of her.
picked up the back end of her, and she went, I've got nowhere else to go other than in.
Yeah, you know, it's not like I'm really strong, but that mini she's skin and bones.
Yeah, she's very under.
And she's no delight.
No, she's not.
She's gonna look like
It's going to be like little and large, isn't
skeleton next to Delight. She's so little. I mean, she'll gain weight and she'll look like Delight. You know, the other thing that occurred to me, she may be pregnant. We don't even know. We know nothing about her. But usually the minis
hey,
like
listen, as long as it's not a mule, we'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the inside, you mean? Or, yeah. In the inside.
As long as she's not been hanging out with donkeys.
I think this mule's going to be nice, though.
I think the mule will be lovely.
We're calling him Martin.
Aston Martin.
That's an Aston. Then we have
Enzo Ferrari.
and Aston Martin.
Yeah. And we need to go and find a Lamborghini.
No, we're all done with mini mules for a while. I have PTSD from that now.
There's absolutely nothing.
No, I have PTSD from the mules that we got, I don't know, a couple of years ago at Groton House. Oh, they were awful. They were awful mules, and they got loose all the time. I mean, all the time. They were so I have PTSD from them.
Do you remember when we took Ted from Goldie's farm that night? Out in the dark.
I barely knew you then.
I know. We trailered him over in the dark to Groton House, which obviously has absolutely no lights whatsoever.
A 750-acre farm.
Yeah.
Mule.
How big was that
I
field?
barely knew you at the time.
How big was that field?
Oh, we put him in a 20-acre field.
So a 20-acre field.
That I had been working. I had just fixed the fence there.
Yeah, and it's pitch dark, and he kind of went out and disappeared. But Mo, he went with Mo, and remember Mo went for a wander.
Oh, right. Then Mo went through the fence. So anyways, so we put him in the field.
Yeah.
It's like 6 o'clock then. Drive back to wherever, and by the time we got back, I'd gotten a call that Mo was loose. So Elizabeth and I barely knew Elizabeth, went back to catch, to check the fence and catch Mo, and
we got Mo.
We couldn't find Ted.
No.
And it was so dark. We both had our phones for flashlights.
You had 5% on your phone. I think I managed to have 7%. We were running the flashlights on the phone.
In about 10 miles, take exit 43A on the left.
Got that?
Merge onto I-95
on the left,
toward
3A.
Washington.
And we were like panicked, and then the next thing I had to phone Janine, and I said, "Did you hear the coyotes?"
Right.
And the coyotes,
right.
They were right beside us, and they were having a party.
Yes. And I was thinking they were having a party eating Ted.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it's a beautiful farm, but it's pretty scary at night when you're walking around looking for a big mule.
So we were running around trying to conserve phone energy, and switched off the flashlights. We were round and round and round, and then when we got to the fence, and Ted went, "What are we looking for?"
Yeah.
We were like,
he was in the paddock the whole time.
Yeah, but he's dark, so we hadn't seen him. We were like, "Damn it, Ted!"
Oh God.
So then we had to go round that massive field and find out where Mo had come out, because it was Mo that had come out and fixed the blinking fence.
I was just thinking that whole time, it's like we can't, like it was probably 10 o'clock, and we've been looking for the mule for 2 or 3 hours before we finally, or you found him in the paddock.
No, he actually found me.
Oh, he found you in the paddock.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, we can't go home and go to bed with a mule that's missing at Groton House. We have to keep looking until we find him tonight. We can't go home.
No.
That's not what horse people do. You keep looking till you find him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I'm hungry.
and then it was rather cold because we'd been there since it got dark. It was about 7 we'd started, and we'd taken one horse to another barn, and then had tootled off down for the easy part of the evening.
Yeah.
And it was Miss Momo that went for a wander and took everyone out.
She has been causing trouble for how many years have we had
Quite
her?
a few.
Oh, yeah.
So So that was super fun.
Yeah, so, okay, so I have PTSD from the big mules, too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, they're a bit
We've been
naughty.
doing this for way too long. I think we need a vacation.
Yes.
A nice vacation.
Yeah.
Carlene at home, and all the goats at home, and all the crazy mules.
Yes.
Just go drink margaritas someplace.
I know.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Then we might not come back.
That's true. That's always a risk.
There's always a risk that you realise there's actually something else that people do.
Yeah. When was the last time you went on a vacation?
Oh, a couple of decades ago, I think.
I think before COVID, where did we went to? We went to a wedding in Bermuda. That was a wedding, though. But before that, we went on vacation to Bermuda. No, it was Turks and Caicos because Olaf had a meeting there.
Oh,
So,
nice.
Yeah, that was like right before that. So that was in 2020.
Maybe you should encourage Olaf to have lots of other interesting places to go.
Yeah.
Nice places for
Those
meetings.
places anymore. So and I don't have time. All my vacation time, it's been in Aiken, and I've been building a barn. It's not a vacation.
No. But it's super nice to go and see.
It was warm in the winter.
Yes.
Warm, and it feels good that it's done.
Yes. It's
Feels
very
good.
and
There's
it's
only a
very
few
lovely.
Little things left to do, and yeah, it's done. So that's good.
And then you can go back and fill it up with donkeys.
Yeah.
And it was really funny.
Here.
It was really funny because the first night that when we came back, on Saturday night when we came back with the animals, so we had this very angry mini mule that somebody bought.
Very angry. And loud.
And very, very loud, and there's absolutely no noise there apart from us. And the neighbour, she was sending you texts and then eventually called and she said, "Is everything okay over there?"
Yeah, my neighbors, they can't see what happened. Like, there's a bunch of trees between us, so I can't really see her pastures, and she can't really see what's going on at my house. But I know that I know that she had a few people over.
She was having a nice evening on the porch.
Yeah, they were
having
margaritas, and I was invited to go over there, but I didn't want. I'm trying to like let my neighbors know what a rescuer I am, because I don't know how they would take it with me bringing in these sick, broken down animals into the paddock, or wild mules. But boy, when we put that mini mule in the paddock and he was chasing and running around with the horses, I had to text her and I'm like, just ignore that noise.
And they were like, "Do you need us to come over?
Yeah,
it sounds chaos."
Is everything okay? And I'm like, yeah, I just have a mini mule over here.
Yeah.
God, it went on all night.
It did. And I was lying in bed and all you could hear was the horse's hooves thundering by the window, and then the mule at the back going, "Ah!"
And then it would quiet down for like another hour.
And then you'd think, "Oh shit, oh, excuse my language," you'd think, have we lost him?
Yeah. And in the morning, because I was like, they're big horses. I'm not going to go. We'll never be able to catch him because I could barely catch him before. Nothing I can do about it. I know the horses won't get hurt because they're so big, and they'll never be able to catch him to get him because he's so ornery and fast as a little animal. So they're just going to make a lot of noise, but nobody's going to get hurt. Boy, Clancy had a few bites in him, like right up, like the mule must have jumped up and grabbed his neck because he had bite marks around his neck. That's why he ended up in solitary confinement in his own paddock. I thought he would be happier with the, out with the horses, but no.
No, he probably thought, this is a couple of silly horses that I can dominate.
No, you know what? I think he fell in love with Sunshine, and he wanted to kill the gelding, Clancy, kill off the competition, because Sunshine didn't have a scratch on her, and Clancy was trying to protect Sunshine, so that was the whole dynamic. It was a battle over a girl, and she's so pretty. Why wouldn't you battle over Sunshine? Do you want to show people what you're eating, Elizabeth?
Oh no, not in my mouth. You don't want me to put it in my mouth.
I like sugar. I don't even know what those things are.
Well, they have no fat in them, right? Hang on, I read the label. They're fat-free, gluten-free, and peanut-free. So, ergo, they must be healthy.
But what about, I don't know what's in there. It's like
raspberries.
Yeah, they don't these
Raspberries,
things don't grow
look.
on trees.
Raspberries. That's
I
a,
had 2 of them. And then those wafer things you were eating the other night.
oh, satellite wafers. They're my very favourite.
Oh, those are awful.
They are absolutely fabulous.
Awful.
And they're very exclusive. You only get them in Tractor Supply or the Co-op.
Oh, they have weird stuff there. But you're talking here. I just had a salad from a gas station and gas station coffee. So
In
it's
2
not like
miles,
I'm
take
much better.
exit 43A on the
Because
left to merge
we get
onto
very
I-95
excited when we come into
Washington.
into certain states and we go, there's a Sheets.
Oh, with Sheets, yeah, because they have good salads.
They do.
Not like super good salads, but for a gas station, they're not bad, and their coffee's not bad.
Yes. So
So
it's been terribly
yeah.
exciting.
And I have coffee. I actually got another coffee for tomorrow morning because I'm not drinking. We're staying at a Motel 6, Motel 2. How many stars does this? It has 2 stars. It's a Motel 6.
It's a real classy one.
Yeah.
And the comments said, I think there are bed bugs and cockroaches.
Yeah, so that's what
And
we're saying. But it's $52 a night, $68 a night, something like that.
Yes.
Cheap.
I think they should actually be paying us to stay there, but hey.
I know.
So it will be a bed, and if it's really bad, I'm going back to sleep in the horse trailer.
You'll see us on the next mail call. We'll be scratching.
More so than usual.
I stayed in one of those Motel 6 one time when I was going down to New Holland, and like the grossest hotel. It probably wasn't a motel anything. It was a gross hotel. And I walked in there to check in. It was like 10 o'clock at night, and I opened up the door to the office. And
Use
up
the
from
left 2
behind
lanes
the
to
desk
take
pops
exit
the guy,
48A
this
on
little
the
Indian
left to
guy.
merge onto I-95 North
And,
toward Washington.
Left lanes.
Or left, I'm in the left lane. He has a cot set up right behind the desk. So when people walk in, he just pops up and starts waiting on them. It was really funny. But anyways, so I go in and I spent the night there. It was pretty gross. I have to admit, I bring my own blanket so that I can at least wrap myself in my own blanket.
For about 48 miles, continue straight.
So we're going for 48 miles straight. And the next morning I woke up and I took a shower, and I couldn't read the little label on the shampoo, so I accidentally washed my hair with body lotion. And so then I tried to get it out with the shampoo, and I could still feel it. So I started driving towards the auction, and I got halfway there, and I'm like, I need to wash my hair again. I need to wash my hair with Pantene to get this lotion out of my hair. So I pulled into a Walmart. I have my truck and trailer. I'm still a little early for the auction, so I pulled into a Walmart, bought a bottle of Pantene, and went into the bathroom at Walmart and washed my hair. And
As
people
one
didn't
does.
even look at me like I was doing anything strange.
No, not at all. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with
And then
that.
I drove my head out the window till it dried off, and I was better for the day. You know that feeling where your hair is really gross and you gotta.
I don't know, because I haven't washed my hair since I left, because I thought I was coming back home on Monday.
Oh. Okay.
So there, I don't care any longer. But we did wash the donkey with Pantene.
We did.
We did.
And her coat is silky smooth.
And she's got a swish.
She does. She does.
So, not that she was very impressed at all.
She smells better.
Well, she does smell better.
She was pretty gross. I mean, she literally, when I happened to be standing there when the trailer full of donkeys backed up to the chute to bring them into the auction,
Yeah.
and she was flat out on the ground. I thought she was dead, and all the rest of the donkeys jumped over her and got off, and she kind of slowly got up.
Slid out.
And I was like, oh, there she is, the one that I'm bringing home. My pick for the day.
Oh dear.
So, yeah.
It's terrible.
So, but she was definitely lying in some feces.
And some wee.
Yeah, so she was pretty smelly, but she's much better today.
Yeah, she is. And she was actually very friendly. So maybe
She is very friendly.
yeah. So maybe she's feeling a bit better because she's less. Her coat's cleaner.
Yeah, she's probably not happy because she's in the back, but you know, I feel like it's kind of the process of shuffling slaves or people in a refugee. Like it's a whole bunch of
Yeah, it's awful.
shuffling around of different places to get them to Meredith and finally into a good home. But it's once we cross the Massachusetts border and we get them unloaded either at Goldie's farm or Meredith, wherever we take these rescues, life starts to get better and they get much more stable.
Yeah.
But we just got to get them there. That's why I was like, you know what, let's just pack them up and get them to Massachusetts sooner rather. They're in like little tiny paddocks at my barn. I was trying to keep them separate from the other horses, and this is much better for them. So that's why we're bringing them home.
Yeah, so it's really nice. And
Puppy.
he's still sleeping, which is bad news for this evening.
Is Wanda still digging away and stuff?
Yeah, she's still having a chew. She's fine. So the problem is, since the puppy has slept all day, that means he's going to be up chit-chatting all blinking night.
And I'll be in my own room. Yay.
Oh, I tell you. So,
Yeah.
and then we will be going into Meredith, and we're just wondering whether or not, in fact, wouldn't it just be absolutely super if Harley held on and we'd been travelling for 2 days,
Yeah.
and then she went into labour on Thursday night.
At like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, naturally. But you know what? We're so good at this lack of sleep at the moment with the puppy. It'd be fine.
You know, we keep forgetting the person that has the most experience birthing
It's
animals
Carlene,
is
and she's up at
Carlene.
4.
She's up at 4, so she and Carly could do it without us.
Yeah.
Probably just as well. I mean, with donkeys, it's either everything goes well or it goes terribly wrong.
And we've
Very
already
little in between.
And we've already had Dr. Parrott out,
Yeah.
who thought we were being a bit preemptive, but
Yeah.
would rather be preemptive, and he's comfortable with everything that's going on with her. And he actually said she was very calm and quite happy, probably because she's got private residence with
Right.
with a buffet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so that's good. And
Yeah.
she just needs to hold on for one more
She
night.
looks very uncomfortable because she's so fat. Like when she lies down, she looks like an amoeba, just a big blob of donkey.
I'm never riding a horse with you behind me and you say, look at Elizabeth, she's like a big amoeba in that saddle. Big blob.
Never say that. Ever. I'd be wrong.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
So it's been quite the trip, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
It's been a bit busy.
It's
A bit busy.
Yeah.
And but those are the best trips, I think.
No, I think that the nice cocktails beachside
Yeah,
would
I
be
know.
nice. Yeah, that'd be nice. A nice change of pace. I've been on it, just getting this barn done. It's 7 days a week, 8 hours a day, doing construction. It's really, I'm ready for a little slow time. And now, instead of having slow time, I'm going back.
We're building
to
a
fire.
fence.
Going to build a fence.
Yes.
Yeah.
For a fence fits for
Then
goats.
I will go down to Aiken again, and it'll be nice and quiet.
Yes.
That would be good.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually having real problems. The phone is on its side, and I've got a tiny little bar, and I'm getting the first line or two of a question, and then they disappear. And the problem is, I'm trying to keep an eye on what's going on. So I'm trying to pick up questions if I see them, but I'm not that fast.
Yeah.
And I don't have my glasses on either.
Yeah, you can be fired at any time.
I can't be fired at any time. Can I go home then?
Really?
Can I go
fire
back?
me.
Can I go
Fire
back
me.
in a plane?
Yeah, really?
Where are we close to? I'll leave
Oh
you.
my God, can you imagine? Like, I was thinking, I was really lucky when I got Noodles at that auction because he did the same thing, got in the car, fell asleep. But having this many animals and a puppy, like one arm always has to be carrying the puppy
Yes.
wherever we go because you can't put him down because he's pretty quick. And of course he turns to run right for the road. He doesn't go for the field, he goes for the road. So one of us has always got to have an eye on the puppy. It's just too
And you wander off and you realise if you can't see him, that normally means he's under your feet.
Yeah.
It's quite the thing because he just wants to follow you everywhere.
And he's so little.
Yeah, he's
literally
tiny.
comes up to my ankle.
Tiny. And he's very good fun though.
He's very cute.
He's very cute. And even Wanda has been so tolerant of him.
Very tolerant.
Because anywhere she goes, he's like, that must be the space to be.
Yeah.
Apart from the back seat, we're making sure that she's got her space in the back seat and she's nice and safe.
Yeah.
Because there's no way we're stopping the car.
She only has a small area back there because
Yeah.
she's so full of stuff.
She's got the biggest area out of all of us.
Yeah.
She's
She's used to having the whole back seat to herself.
Sorry. She's got
That is
she's got
small.
2 seats to herself. The rest of us, I've got a puppy in the footwell. Janine's got lots of things in the footwell,
Yeah.
and is driving the whole shebang. And we've got 2 trash bags on the go because we're so clean and tidy.
Yeah.
So it's and we've got quite nice weather when we come back from doing construction. Not too hot, and it'll be dry-ish.
Right. Because you know me, I'm not keen on cold weather.
not keen on hot weather.
How many more hours do we have?
You've got the phone that says
What's it say? I'm watching
3 hours and 6 minutes if we don't stop.
3 hours and 6 minutes. And so we'll have one more pee stop and then that's it.
Have you heard that puppy pup?
Yeah.
One
So
more pee
what
stop.
time do we get there?
8:47. And also, something just popped into my head and then left. It was really important.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was now, but we've eaten dinner anyway, haven't we?
Yeah, we've had dinner.
We've had dinner.
We've had dinner, we've had lunch, we've had tomorrow's dinner and tomorrow's breakfast already. We brought all this food with us, but we ate it by the time we hit North Carolina. So then we had to stop and get more food. We're like, well, we're getting there. We should get dinner. So we ate dinner before we got to Virginia.
Yeah, we had dinner,
Like 3
dinner about
o'clock.
2:30, 3, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're eating our way up to Massachusetts.
Yeah. So it's a gourmet tour.
And gourmet. Can you
Yeah.
see the
It's
gourmet candy? That's for sure.
It's a gourmet tour of all the interstate, what are they called? Rest stops.
Yeah. Oh, I got some good peanut butter meltaways.
Yeah,
candy
what was
bars.
that?
I used to have those years ago. They're really good. That's going to be our dessert.
Dessert, you see?
And I think it's almost dessert.
Yeah, we like to keep up our standards, you know, sort of like with 3-course meals.
And if you're chewing, you can't be sleeping. So that's keeping me awake.
We think.
Yeah. No,
Could prove it wrong.
I'm good for about 12 hours
Speed
of
check
driving.
reported ahead on I-95 North.
Oh, they've caught us.
Yeah.
Drive faster. We're going to, where is it? Elkton in Maryland.
And this is a quarantine barn because these animals shouldn't really be exposed to anything. We have the one pony in the dressing room that she's the only one that is actually contagious.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I think she has shipping fever, which is really not anything that is
a bit
contagious.
snotty.
She gets snotty. That's indicative because she's so thin because she's gone from auction to auction to auction.
Yeah.
And then usually what happens is they get shipping fever. It's kind of like just a rundown. It's
Immune system sort of issue.
And the others I'm sure won't even get it. But so we've got her in the dressing room, which is a whole separate compartment, and then everybody else will keep in quarantine for another 2 weeks, and then we should be clear. If nobody else shows any signs, then we can start integrating them into other places.
Yeah.
On the farm, at least.
Yeah. And we were fortunate that we managed to get that big donkey washed because it was far warmer in Aiken than it would be up in Massachusetts at the moment. So you really wouldn't want to actually wash her up in mass at the moment.
Yeah. So my mother gets that what the jacuzzi she wants on the deck, then we can wash stuff in there.
Get ramp.
Get a ramp.
And bubbles.
Yeah, my mother comes out in her bathing suit. We're like, well, you can't use the jacuzzi right now. We got a donkey in it.
It's like a slow cooker.
You can see like Harley hanging out on the side like a jacuzzi. She'd like that. That'll be her birthing job.
How forward thinking is that?
Yeah, really.
We've got, and then we realised when we came back from the auction that we normally travel in the other trailer that we had. We've got a whole first aid kit.
Oh, yeah.
We've got all our sprays. We've got
Speed check reported ahead on
all of our kit that we use for auction. And we got there, we were like,
we got nothing.
we
have nothing.
Not in this trailer, because when the trailer came down, there was only 2 horses in it, and we were thinking, we'll be
I
fine.
have like emergency catch ropes and
Yeah.
things like that. I don't have like.
So we had to buy halters. We had to buy lead ropes.
Yeah.
We had to find SMZs with the vet, and then we're like, Pantene Pro V it is then.
Yeah.
So
Pantene takes out paint better than anything too.
well, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So it's so we're going back to reconstruct that from somewhere.
Yeah.
And be better prepared next time. And I think what we're actually going to do is also, as well as our emergency equine box, we're going to have a puppy box, because we had to go running and buy little bowls, chews, and all bits and pieces.
And we need to get a separate snack box too, because we're
for us.
maybe healthier snacks.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah. Well, we actually have had the biggest bag of blueberries ever. Let me show you my. Oh, did you pull out the blueberry bag?
No, it probably fell all over the back seat.
Oh, that's maybe it. Wanda's got. We had the most enormous bag of blueberries, and
I don't know how that happened, but we do. We've been eating handfuls of blueberries just to
count,
leave it at my
counteract.
house. I usually make a lot of smoothies, and we didn't want to leave all the fruit behind, so we just put it in an enormous bag, and we were just like taking handfuls of blueberries and eating them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we ran out of those very early in the morning and realised that we had to go and buy all the really exciting stuff. But we have lost in the car a hand of bananas, so I'm quite sure we'll find them at some point.
Yeah, it'll take us a week to clean up this car.
Yeah. And Janine's, where in Aiken, the ground is very sandy. Yeah.
It's very sandy.
Yeah. Very
So there's a lot of sand in this car.
Yeah.
But the good news is you can just take a hose and spray the inside. This is what a farm truck is designed.
Can you do that in this car?
Yeah, I mean, it's got leather seats so the seats can get wet and the floor can get wet.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I can take a shop vac and vacuum it out.
Or you could do that too.
Yes.
That's a great idea. Why don't you do that?
Because I don't even shop vac my own. Sorry,
Yeah.
Nick.
Sorry, Nick. Yeah. We can't ask any more favors from Nick. Nick's been,
No.
yeah, we'll figure that out.
No. But we don't put hay in the back of my car any longer. Because that's what you complained about, was the hay.
Oh, the hay, yeah, I can see why.
So,
just put it on the roof.
or the front of the car.
Or the front, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
or in the back of that great big
We don't put-
wheelbarrow.
we don't
We're
put
very
it-
well behaved now.
Yeah.
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 So, it's going to be a nice stop in a few
84
hours.
miles to Washington. I don't know why I'm saying that, like Washington's not even our destination.
No. And then we'll get everybody off, exercised, fed again, watered, and then stalled up for the night. And then we'll stall ourselves up for the night, and then we'll leave tomorrow as early as we can make it. And then,
Can't wait. Another day of driving.
yeah, and then we'll be,
More date lines.
yeah, and then we'll be back in Mass tomorrow, we think, unless we get lost. I think we're still in Virginia. Are we still in Virginia?
Washington, D.C.
Are we in
We're going to
Washington?
Washington, D.C. That's all Virginia. We're in Virginia for a while.
That's right.
Speed check reported ahead.
So,
of I-95
so that's where we
north.
are. So it's been terribly exciting, and I'll show you the little puppy poo pants before we go. There's Miss Wanda, she's snoozing, and then Mr. Woody Doody. Ah, he's so lovely.